What a win once again by the Toronto Raptors. They absolutely crush the Sacramento Kings 120-105. Now, you kind of saw this coming for a few reasons, and I'm going to get to that right now. Let's talk about who did not play for both teams. First things first, no Kawhi Leonard for the Toronto Raptors. He rest today and tomorrow against Indiana. And it sounds like he will be back in action on Friday in Houston, taking on the Rockets. So that's the whole spiel. Kawhi Leonard, he obviously did not play tonight. OG Anunoby did not play. And no JV, as we all know. For the Sacramento Kings, no De'Aaron Fox. And that kid has been something else this year. He's incredible to watch. He's energy. I mean, look, the Sacramento Kings are a team that I would not be opposed to watching. They're a young team. They got a lot of great-looking young talent. Buddy Hield's great. Bogdanovich is great. De'Aaron Fox is great. Willie Cauley-Stein's got energy. If I'm missing anybody, let me know. Bagley as well. I love the looks of this young team. Now, they're going to have to grow. They're only 500. They're 24-24. However, it steps in the right direction. This team is a good-looking young team. And on the second night of a back-to-back, without arguably one of your best players, I know the Raptors didn't have Kawhi, but let's forget about that for a second. They hung in the game for most of the game. First quarter, they had a 5-point lead, 34-29. The Raptors couldn't play defense for squat. But then after that, the defense tightens up for the Raptors, and then they start making their shots. You know? Raptors win the second quarter 31-22. All right? And at that point, I think you're up by 4 going into halftime. So, you know, you were down by 5 at the end of the first quarter. You got a 4-point lead going into the half. That's fine by me. And the reason that's fine is because they're on the second night of a back-to-back. Their legs are going to be fairly heavy in the second half. The Raptors have not played in a few days. They're ready to go and pound this down there heading into the end of the game. And they do just that. Raptors win the third quarter 28-22. The Raptors hold the Sacramento Kings to 44 points in the middle frames. And the Raptors score, 59? Plus 15 in the middle frames. That's what you want to see, right? However, you want to find a way to close the game strong. And they do just that, winning the fourth quarter 32-27 and winning 120-105. But for most of the game, it was quite a tight game. Until about mid to late third quarter, when the Raptors made a big push there right near the end and really kind of put it away at that point from the Sacramento Kings. But we talk about shots being contagious. And when a guy's hot, you saw it with Danny Green in the last game, right? In the previous games before that, nobody could make a three for their life. And it was just brick, and it was tough to watch, especially against Boston. And then in the last game against Memphis, you see Danny Green get 8 threes. And the team gets, 15, or I think it was 17 threes or something? It's contagious. He starts making shots. Miles makes a couple. Lowry, I think, makes 1 or 2. You know, the team gets some threes, and they're feeling good. Who was the guy that was contagious there tonight? CJ Miles. A few weeks ago, we were talking about outright and cutting this guy and releasing him or sending him to the 905. I don't think you can, but anyways, I mean, or trade him for scraps, do an Amari Carroll deal. That's what we were all expecting. Now, I'm not saying he's back. I'm not saying that whatsoever. But all I am saying is that in the last 3 games, CJ Miles, guys, has been pretty damn good. I gotta say. And it's not just his shot. I'm going to get to why in this video, in this game, right now. CJ nonetheless had 15 points, 2 boards, 1 assist on 5 of 7 shooting, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 4 of 5 from 3. He had a steal as well, or I think he had a block as well, and he was a +4 while he was out there. Guys, with CJ Miles, he reminds me a lot of Terrence Ross. For this reason, catch and shoot. That's what Ross was, for the most part. And that's, for the most part, what CJ Miles is, right? And with both guys, you see them come off screens and take contested off-balance jumpers or threes. And a lot of the time they miss. What did we see from CJ there tonight? He wasn't really, forcing anything. And one play that I loved from CJ there tonight, he fake handoff to Lowry, and then just chucked up a three. I mean, they're not expecting him to just chuck up a shot like that. But it wasn't too deep. He made the shot. And everyone's like, okay, I see you, CJ. And also, on a rebound from a free throw, I think it was DeLon Wright or Moose at the line. I'm not exactly sure who it was. CJ Miles goes flying in there for the rebound, and he tips it back, and the Raptors get the offensive board. Who is this guy? And then late in the game, he almost fires down a poster on Bagley. If he did, I would have lost it. He's got some energy now. And I don't know if it's consistent. It's going to consistently happen. CJ Miles has been doing this for a long time, guys. Has it been a long stretch of him being downright awful? Yeah, I'm not going to deny that. However, over the last 3 games, he's looked pretty damn good. Now, will it continue? Time will tell. Another guy that was struggling, that I was really impressed with tonight, Kyle Lowry. Now, yeah, 6 of 15 shooting from the field ain't pretty. But he was 4 of 9 from 3, 44%. That's pretty damn good. He had 19 points as well. He gave you, 4 rebounds. He gave you 9 assists. And he made 4 threes. And he was a plus player. I think he was like a plus 9 or something on the floor. Plus 9 when he was on the floor. I love what we saw from Kyle there tonight. Raptors had a lot of guys, I think 6 guys in double figures there tonight. Siakam with 18. Ibaka 15 and 10. Van Vliet with a great game today. 19 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists on 6 of 10 shooting. 4 of 5 from the free throw line. 3 of 6 from 3. He had a steal and a block, and he was a plus 7 on the floor. Great night for Fred Van Vliet. But you want to see consistency. And that's the key right now. Where are we here? Norm Powell continues to play really good basketball. He had 11 points today on 4 of 7 shooting. 2 of 5 from the free throw line. Not very good there. 1 of 2 from 3. And was a plus 15 on the floor. And guys, someone we're not going to talk about a whole lot here. DeLon Wright and Greg Monroe. Both guys didn't shoot the ball well. DeLon was 2 of 6 from the field. Had 9 points, 6 rebounds. And he was 1 of 2 from 3. 4 of 5 from the line. Not terrible. But 2 of 6 ain't great. Moose, 0 of 4 from the field, 0 of 4 from the free throw line. That ain't good. But where are we here? DeLon Wright was a plus 24, and Moose was a plus 14. So yeah, they didn't shoot the ball well, but they were keeping the ball out of their own net. Now you can also say it was a test to the other guys on the floor or whatever. I'll take it. I'll take it for what it is, guys. But watching CJ do his thing, if that guy can catch fire for the rest of the season and head into the playoffs like this, I'm not saying maybe not this hot, but if he can find a way to do something like this, knock down 2, 3, 4 threes a game, that's scary. Because that's what this team is missing. They're missing a guy they can rely on from 3. And Miles, hell, we haven't been able to rely on this guy since last year, and even that was a mission. But watching him over the last 3 games, you want to see it consistently. And you want to see it against good teams. That's what you want to see. Now, he's done it great against some teams that aren't very good, right? I'm not saying Sacramento ain't good because I already talked them up because they are a very good young team. But record-wise, you beat Memphis. Well, that's great. You did what you had to do against a not-so-good Memphis Grizzlies team. You beat Sacramento there tonight. And you beat Phoenix, barely, at home. So you want to see it consistently, which is great, and he's done over the last 3 games consistently. Fantastic. Let's keep it rolling. All right? And the Raptors have no time to dwell on this win there tonight because they take on the Indiana Pacers in Indiana tomorrow night. It is not going to be an easy game there tomorrow. Obviously, second night of a back-to-back. Is Indiana playing tonight? No, they're not. So they're already rested. They played, I'm trying to find here. Did they play the night before? No, they've rested for a few days. They played on Sunday, so they've had 2 days off. They're going to have, obviously, 2 days off, and then they take on the Raptors tomorrow night. The Raptors are on a back-to-back, so you want to get off to a good start. No Kawhi, obviously. I'm assuming OG's not going to play tomorrow, and I'm assuming JV's going to be out. You're in Indiana. Let me see their home road splits. They're not bad in either way. They're 17-6 at home. Very good. They're 14-9 on the road, which ain't bad either. But the Raptors have had the number of the Indiana Pacers. Now, ideally, a couple of games were very close, but the Raptors, if they can find a way to do the job tomorrow, it's huge. Because then you go into Friday in Houston, taking on the Rockets. Kawhi will be back. You would have won 4 straight games, and you're just in a great state of mind. Now, even if you do lose tomorrow, I mean, it's not going to kill us. It's not going to end the world, because April, May, and June is what really matters in the end, guys. But all I got to say is that I was impressed with today's game. The one problem I had was turnovers. I think the Raptors had like 15 or 16 turnovers in the game today. You want that number down, and points off for turnovers was a problem as well. But other than that, they out offensive rebounded them. They out rebounded them, period. The assist numbers were about the same. I think they were +2, 27-25. Raptors over doubled them in 3-point shots. You got the job done on home court, as you should. And I'm proud of these guys, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. You guys enjoyed the video, and you guys enjoyed the victory there today. Smack that like button. I do appreciate that. And the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below, guys. What'd you think of the game? What'd you think of the video? Who is your MVP of today's game? Would you give it to P. Skills? He had 18. Would you give it to Van Vliet with a 19, 7, and 7? Would you give it to Lowry, 19 and 9? Would you give it to C.J. Miles? Or Ibaka had a double-double, 15 and 10? Guys, your pick. Go right ahead. Who's your MVP down below, guys? And also the game overall, the video, the channel, all that great stuff. Talk about all of it. Go ahead. And Evan and I will talk to you guys tomorrow afternoon. Podcast edition. Links are in the description for the podcast channel and for the podcast itself on iTunes, guys. Twitter is also down below. Follow up, send me a DM. Do all that great stuff. And I will talk to you guys. Leafs edition. Tomorrow night is the Leafs are back in action as they desperately need a victory. Washington just played in overtime against San Jose there tonight. So if the Leafs want to look at any kind of tiredness, I guess, they had an overtime game and they got to travel. So the Leafs, I pray they better win tomorrow night. But Washington has not played well lately. Phoenix Copley is the expected starter against Frederick Anderson. 7:30 puck drop, Scotiabank Arena. And how about we win a game on home ice for once? And don't boo Jake Gardiner if he's playing, please. Also, guys, for the Toronto Raptors, like we said, they play tomorrow night as well, so it's going to be a busy night for all of us. 7 o'clock tip-off in Indiana. Raptors, Pacers, no Kawhi Leonard. However, Raptors on the second night of a back-to-back. It's not going to be easy in Indiana, but we know this team can do it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you guys then.